A lot of business owners ask about their product or their service, if it can be franchised. What do we want to understand about their product or their service, and when it comes to franchisability?
Sure. The first thing is we want to make sure that it has a national appeal or a big regional appeal. So we want to make sure that there's a need for it, and that's really important. So I once talked to a company that sold an air cooling system that only could work 4 places in the whole world. So obviously they were making a ton of money. It was a great product, but it only applied to 4 places in the world. So that becomes important. The other thing too is some brands have regional products. For example, in Cincinnati, chili is very regional, and we just want to make sure that the product isn't just regional, that it has a big appeal. So that's the most important thing is. And again, New England clam chowder is only going to sell in New England. So that becomes a very important thing to what we do, the national appeal. We also want to make sure that the product can be sold profitably around the country. So if I have to make my New England clam chowder and I want to ship it to California and the cost goes up exponentially, that product is not as franchisable. If I can have someone co-pack it in California and I can sell it, then that makes it more sellable. So there's logistics, taste, those become really important. So if you feel you have a national product that can be shipped profitably and you can make money in the franchise, you can make money, then that's great. Secondarily, if you control the product, so if you own the product, you're the manufacturer of the product, then you got to make sure that you can deliver it and that there's plenty of margin there. So that becomes really important because in franchising, there's really 5 revenue streams. There's the royalty, the franchise fee, advertising, the services you're going to sell, the products that you're going to sell. So we want to make sure that we can get your product to your franchisees.
So you had mentioned margins. Are there certain numbers or
Sure. So you want to make sure that the franchisee is getting return on investment, right? So a 12% return on investment after royalties is considered to be investment grade. So we want to make sure that, again, going back to what we talked about feasible, is the franchisor going to make money you, and is the franchisee going to make money? So that's what just all boils down to, that win-win situation. So if you have a product that costs you $1, you'll sell it for 10, and your franchisee sells it for 20, then that's a huge win. And those are scenarios that we want.
So we really need to look at it from a case-by-case basis, based on the business model, the franchisor.
Yeah, but that's great. And that's one of the things, is that Sean Calloway, Chris Connor, one of their specialties will be the feasibility. That's the first step of what we do in the business plan. Is it feasible? We're going to go through the numbers. We're going to go through the attraction. Is there competition? And that's the first evaluation that we do. And when you come out of that, you're going to see the win-win. So you're going to see what the 5-year sales projection should be for the franchisee, but more importantly, the return on investment that the franchisee is going to get. And even more importantly, the return on investment you're going to get at the conclusion. So when you have feasibility, at the end of this project that we do, we're going to find out how much your business is going to be worth after you sell 25 franchises. And that's really the big win. So in 5 years, we're hoping that you sell 25 units, that you collect a royalty, and that your multiplier of the remaining states, so if you sell the franchise off, that you're getting your return on investment. So it all boils down to ROI.
So in short, we want to understand the product or the service the space that they're in, the demand for that product or service. We want to understand the financials, their revenue model, the cost to replicate. Yeah. More importantly, the margins involved to understand the profitability and to reach some sort of determination for a potential return on investment for a franchisee. And also, how easily can we teach and replicate, train someone to do what it is that...
Yeah. So if you can train me on how to make money by investing in your franchise, and it's a win-win all around. But you have to touch base on all those points.